I want to talk to Marci. I feel like this is a pertinent conversation, and also we don't normally get a lot of new atheists on this show quite yet. Like, that was something we talked about a lot in the last show, but not so much here, and I'm excited. Marci, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
Absolutely. Thank you for calling in. How can we help today?
So, a little bit of background. I was kind of pushed into like really strong Christian church, like evangelical, when I was about 18, and I had just come out as a lesbian. I experienced a lot of trauma and abuse, which I'm pretty sure you can understand. You know, like praying the pervert out of me, and you know, just went through a lot of hell with the church, which really made me dive into the Bible, dive into God, and it led me to believing like this isn't right, this isn't real, and I found myself siding with atheist views more. So, but I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous. I'm getting a little.
That's okay.
Don't be nervous.
No worries. Take your time.
So what used to get me by was knowing that there was a heaven. You know, when you lost your loved ones, you knew you were going to see them.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
And knowing that that's not real anymore, I'm having a really hard time.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you guys had any advice or how you guys got through that.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Go for it.
We grieved twice.
Yeah.
There was the grieving that was done when that person passed, and then there was the grieving that was done when we realized that we're not going to get to see them again. And it's one of the really painful, insidious things about that belief in particular. It's like somebody saying they're going to give you $1 million at the end of the week, and then at the end of the week you don't get the $1 million, and you know you didn't have it that whole time. But when you expect it, when you're given a false promise, it hurts.
Yeah, it's really difficult, and I think for me, it helped to kind of reframe it as a thing that it's tempting to feel like they just got lost. You know, the moment you realize that heaven doesn't exist, that was the moment that they stopped existing as well, you know, and it feels very fresh and very raw and very new. And it feels like they died all over again, but nothing changed for them, right? Like, they didn't experience a heaven and then no heaven, right? They didn't experience any kind of change or pain after death. So this really, for me, it helped to realize this is a thing that I'm going through, but I don't have to worry about the people that I'm mourning for having to go through that. They didn't all of a sudden get lost again. This is something that I have to work through myself, but it's not impacting the people that I'm mourning. I don't know if that's helpful at all, because really grieving lost loved ones, regardless, and especially if you thought you were going to get to see them again, is hard. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, Marci. This is one of the hardest things that you will face as somebody who is deconverting. And it sounds like you're really being thoughtful about it, and you're really spending some time feeling your feelings, which is good. And you're thinking about this, and you're reaching out to people. So you're doing all of the right things, and you're not wrong for feeling this way at all.
No, and grieving is something that's going to take as long as it's going to take. Don't think that you need to just brush it off. Take as long as you need to grieve.
Yeah.
Then I kind of just want to add also in, because I know that anger was a part of that process for me. I was angry that I was lied to.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's kind of tempered by the fact that those people who were spreading that also believe it. And so it wasn't intentional.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it easier that you were lied to, but it does help you empathize with the fact that that's part of it, you know? That's part of...
Yeah, and I feel like I didn't get to properly grieve like my father passing, and a lot of people close to me, because what protected me was, okay, let's just throw that aside. I'll be able to see them again one day. Mm-hmm. So I never went through the emotions of actually grieving them. Yeah. I kind of just looked forward, like, okay, I'll see them again. So now it's like I have to go backward and start grieving all these people, and it's really hard.
Yeah. It sounds like a lot, and I know from experience that it is, but it's so healthy to do. Like, this isn't going backwards, and I know it feels that way, and I know that you're in your mind, I'm sure that it's like, I already had to deal with this, I got through it, and now I'm back where I started. But you're not. You're somewhere brand new, and that's exactly where you should be. It's going to help you in the future to be able to process these feelings and to be able to feel these things fully and appreciate the people who you lost fully, not just as, okay, well, I'm going to see them again and we're going to pick up where we left off, but as a full, complete story, right? And so I nothing we are going to say is going to fix it, and I know that you know that, but I'm so glad that you are in a place where you can give us a call and talk through this. Marci, do you have any other support networks that you can talk about this with? Do you have anybody else that you can speak to?
Yeah, I do see a counselor. My family doesn't really know that I am atheist yet.
Okay.
They're not really, really hardcore Christians or anything, right? I don't think they would really care, but I'm at the point where I'm kind of still confused about everything too. So
yeah.
And just one other thing that just came to mind. As this view changes, how do you think that's going to affect the way that you treat people who are still here?
Oh, it's helped me a lot. I appreciate my life a lot more. Yeah, it's had a lot of pros and cons.
Yeah, take that opportunity to tell the people that you love them. Because when they're gone, they're gone. I feel like the experience became sweeter for me, recognizing that these moments are fleeting, bittersweet, but still, I don't know. I didn't take it for granted. I didn't feel like I was going to have another chance, another opportunity to fix that relationship after we're both dead.
Right.
So making sure that I do it now in this life is that much more important.
Yeah. I'm glad you have a counselor. Definitely. That sounds good. And also, if you want to talk specifically about religious deconversion and how your views of heaven are changing and on all of that, recovering from religion, I'm sure that you've heard of this as well, but it's a hotline that you can call and talk with somebody specifically about deconverting and about the feelings and the emotions that come up when you think about things like heaven or hell or the afterlife or anything like that. So in addition to actually going to a counselor, which is wonderful, good for you, this is also something that can target very specifically that kind of, hey, I'm brand new at this. I still am confused about a lot of things, but I need to vent or I need to ask questions, and maybe my family isn't the right place to go quite yet. So we will make sure to link that in the description. And so you can go there at any point and just call us 24 hours. There are people who have gone through what you're going through on the other end. And we say it's like praying, but somebody else answers the phone.
And it's entirely peer supported, and it's free. And if you're not feeling like you are ready to talk about it, there's also a text line. And then just for people who are watching, the Hotline Project is always looking for volunteers, people with good hearts who are willing to take that time. And so if you're watching and you have the space to donate, if you're wondering how you can kind of give back and be a part of that, reach out to the Hotline Project. Tell them Skeptic Generation sent you.
Okay.
Thank you, Marci.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Me feel so much better. Thank you.
Good. That's what we're here for. Give us a call back if you have any other questions, or if you're thinking about this more and just come up against some walls that seem kind of weird and you want help scaling them. We're here.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh. I was going to cry. That one.
So sweet.
That one made me.
And because it hits so close to home, you know?
Yeah, especially today.
Yeah.